Hello everyone. I just got this controller. It's from a commercial washer. It looks like I found the order for that one, but the customer only placed the order for a residential unit, so I'm gonna have to contact. There's a phone number here, and I will have to contact. I know this customer. He already sent me another unit, but I'm going to open this up and see what's going on with this controller, because for commercial controllers we do charge more on washers or dryers or anything like that, because they parts are a little bit more complex and the work involved behind it is also more complex. Also parts are more expensive on a washer. Yeah, here there's a work order here. So I like when the customer is doing that, and you can see everything here, the address, and yeah, I believe I already tried to fix one controller for this guy. He brought in one of my videos, you can see I got I think it was a furnace board. It was multiple issues on the board and I couldn't fix it because there was water damage and lots of other things, so I just sent it back to him and I told him I can't get this one fixed. Okay, you see what I'm talking about? Like for example, those chips, I'm probably not gonna be able to find those ones too. Maybe the smaller ones, sure. There's like lots of relays here. You can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 relays, capacitors, more capacitors, some diodes. I think those ones are capacitors too. I'm gonna have to start checking all this board and see what I can find here, but and okay, I'm back and I will do some diagnostics on this controller with my curve tester. I'm just gonna see if I can find anything, then I will call the customer and see if what he can tell me about this. Something is going on with my curve tester lately. I need to get this. See, it's giving me weird shapes. Let me just see. Yes. I hope it's not broken. It's not that old anyways. Maybe my curve tester is not good anymore. I actually charged the curve tester the other day, but I don't know what's going on with this. See, it doesn't show anything. Let's try the other. Strange. Yeah, it gives me like a little dot here. Should have a line. Maybe my curve tester is broken. I don't know if I can send it for repair or something, but I think it's dead. I have another curve tester. I'm gonna maybe set it up here on this one I can't remember how to set it up, but I will see. Maybe I'll do it on this one. Let me try to set it up on this unit here, the Regal, and then I can maybe test it properly here. I'll just stop the video for 1 second because this guy doesn't want to work for some reason. Okay, I think it's already set up for testing here. The only thing is a little bit slow. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's already set up for testing. So I'm just gonna test all the components to see. That gives me a weird shape. Yeah, see, like for example, like it looks like these ones are capacitors, and this is the right shape of a capacitor. You see how it is circle, and then here you see how it gives you a weird circle shape. So might be those three. I'll just mark them down, whatever I can find here, and then I will test them again, but looks like maybe those three are faulty. Now let's continue with this one. Diodes. This is also a curve tester. What I've done, I just connected it to this oscilloscope right here, and there's some, I can't remember how I set it up, but I basically connected to channel 1 and channel 2, and also, so those lines, you see how it changes up, like for example for capacitor it gives you a circle. I can show you guys all those shapes and forms, what that means for each component, but it's probably gonna be in another video. This curve tester is nice, but it's a little bit slow. Like for example, you see, like this looks like a good component, but this one, see, it gives me a little funny shape, like almost like it's open. So I'll mark this one up too. I'll have to take this under the microscope after and see. Yeah, this is a good fuse. We can test it even. I can go back and forth with two devices to test. Yeah, like, see. So that's all good. I'm just going, pretty much I'm covering one side and then I'm going on the other side. I'm just looking on the components that might be faulty. So this is a capacitor. I might getting some feedback from other components, that's why as well I'm getting a little weird shape. So it's good to test with both components, or what you can do, you can change frequency and see if you can see anything else. See, like for example, medium, high. It gives a little weird shape for a capacitor. Usually capacitors, they, as I showed you before, it should show a circle, an oval circle. This is showing me, but when I check the other capacitors, that looks like this, which is there's actually only one. This one. This one's just showing me like a straight line. Let me change the, see. Let's see. There's a couple of small parts here that I want to check. So each component on the curve tester, it's showing different shape. Like as I mentioned, I can show you those shapes, and what they mean. Like for example, this one looks like a capacitor for sure, but I just need to see. Like you see, this is a varistor shape. As long as you have a shape, that means that it's most likely a good component. Like for example, this one. And then the diode shape. See how it is? It's a nice little unit that helps with diagnostics. I think I paid for it maybe 80 or 90 bucks US, I can't remember. Like for example, you see this guy, it's the same. This is 4.9, and this one, look, see the shape of it, that's different, same component, but you see the shape of this one, and shape of this component. See, so it's a little weird shape, but it might be taking some feedback from other components. So usually what I'm looking for a pattern, a different pattern, different shape. Once I do all the diagnostics on the board, I will contact the customer and ask what's going on actually with the board, and it will give me a little insight of what really going on there. So for example, you see like let's say this capacitor, a smaller one, it's showing me a circle, right? But the bigger capacitor, when I test it, it's showing me this line. But it's not necessary that it's big, it's just I have to change the frequencies here and then test it again. So let's see if those capacitors are actually good or they are broken. So to be honest with you, it's a little weird shape for a capacitor. It's not supposed to be that shape. Although this capacitor doesn't look bad, but I'm gonna check this. You see, like, they don't look swollen or something, but you really have to test it with two devices. But this is not the way the capacitor should look like. The capacitor should look like this, you know, circle. The reason why there is a line here is probably getting some feedback from either other resistors or maybe a little capacitor on the side. So this device, you know, it's not 100% accurate. It's just that it will give you an idea of what you work. Right, it's just giving you an idea. So this is a symbol of a diode, see? This is also a symbol of a diode. And here you see, this is a diode too. So same thing, see? So diodes, they go like L shape. See? The only thing I have to test is this guy. I might have them in stock, but for me it looks like a capacitor, but I have to see. So it's 5.72 nanofarad. See, I'm just gonna see if I can discharge it. It could be this capacitor is bad. Because it doesn't show me anything here, and it doesn't show me anything on my oscilloscope. 8.20 nanofarad. Let's see how this capacitor should look like. 8.2, let's say. Capacitor. See, like, it's a small capacitor, but it's way bigger than. Yeah, it is a capacitor for sure, but 10.62 nanofarad. Let's see, 10.62. I don't know, it doesn't give me a reading, not on this one, not on this one. It might be a bad capacitor. So far Looks like there is some bad readings on this guy. Looks like probably a capacitor as well. This one is showing me bad readings. This one and those three so far. Let's see if I can find anything else here. So this is a resistor picture. This is how it looks like on the XY mode. Yes,